video, your previous video, and moment. So I thought, well, it's not this file. The first of all, it was there was actually a project, urban design project. I just don't really like these projects when urban design understanding as I mean, this is bench, this is, I don't know, fontaine. I like more abstract things, and I think that it's a big advantage of virtual space that you can actually do something without physics. And there was a project in in Bartlett, I think it's game, how the studio called game, okay, something with games. You know them, maybe. I think it's, do you know them?
No.
Ah, you don't know them. This is very cool. Oh my God, game. Okay, I don't remember. They have so many cool projects. So it's one of them was this project where they just make just a package of simple no, something like this. Yes, and then you can build your own environment with this stuff. And I think what I also maybe wish in the code that you can change the scale by yourself. I mean, maybe just do something like this, or with some controller that you can scale the object, not only that it's like predefined scale, but you can change it in every moment. I think it was changeable, but it somehow, I don't really get. So yes, and I just thought maybe I will do just super simple objects. I don't really put so much time in it, but I thought that it's nice when you just can create environment for your own meeting, or in virtual spaces, or in AR space, and just from very simple stuff, just to be creative about it without any expectations. So this is the window, this is the door, or something like this. I mean, just very abstract thing. But I understand that it's not about the voxels, yeah, but it's what we was doing. I think your workshop was more about the first part, were more about voxels, yeah, about this system where there is only one object and then it's multiply, and you can create environment just with this one abstract small thing. And another one, when we added these multiply objects, and when you decide not to make it more voxels, yeah, that you delay this setting that it will be always like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think then it was the second opportunity that we have with your program. So, and that's why, I mean, this is just for a second one. This is not voxel system. Just because in voxel system, I think it's a little bit more simpler. Yeah, like in this project, for example, it's like Minecraft. So you basically can have just only one cube, and with this cube you can do just choose the color, and you can do all what you want. I mean, it's very cool. But for voxel, then I just need to do one simple cube, and the most project that I saw, it's just or sphere or cube, or so that's why I just choose maybe the project like this, also multiply objects, that you can somehow generate your environment in this. So yeah.
That's amazing. I'm in love with what you showed right now. And I would say that the project you actually picked can also be part of like our voxel thinking. The voxel doesn't have to be the whole shape, but we can also cut the shape like into some grids that follows the voxels, right? So we can say that our voxel is gonna be, so as an example, let's say that this column is gonna be 1 meter, right? And then we can create the grid to be basically 0.1 or 0.2. And then we try to keep the same ratio for every single other shape. Then you have a precise placement as well.
Can you please explain it maybe in a small scheme on the?
Yeah, sure. I can.
I'm also a little bit more imagine how the image vision
Yes.
person.
I can just open my Rhino. And for scaling, we can try actually today to maybe implement a function to scale, which can use one of the controllers, like one of the controller buttons, maybe the thumbstick. If we press to the right, then it's gonna scale up, to the left, gonna scale down. Maybe we can try something.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really maybe I will somehow implement it in my master project. That will be cool. I mean, in my master project, I have like the cinema, library, the main square with like the stuff
Yeah.
inside. So it's like a real urban space, but and the medium, so you can and there are temporary objects, actually. You don't need to change them always, and it's not like always changeable. But whereas you can change, it's like the medium. So inside, for example, it's like Pinakothek der Moderne in Munich, so you can change media inside. For example, we want now to see not this video, but another one for another exhibition, for example. And in library, it will be other books that you can just took and then just download like PDF or buy something on your account. Yes, and but I always thought about that it will be great to have an opportunity to somehow influence on this environment so that people can go and maybe to create their own art objects, maybe just to give some, not overall that you can go everywhere and create all what you want, but still to have some place where you just define that on this place people just can go and do create their own objects, and then they will disappear, for example, in a half of hour, but they can, for example, download it to their email or something like this, make a photo, and then they will disappear. So I thought maybe, yes, that's will be good what you are now speaking about for this type.
Are you already in the middle of your thesis, or you didn't start yet?
I started it a few months ago, and I have the whole year for this until April. Yeah, just because I just said, oh no, I will not do it this semester, but actually I do it. So.
But you started, yeah. I also did the same. I also said I will take a gap semester, and then like I was also working on the project. I will share my screen. Okay. So I would say that if we want to have a voxel, and this voxel is gonna be one, so 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. So this voxel is gonna be 1 by 1 by 1, and we wanna build something that is going to be like 10, let's say, in height. And you basically have, so this is one, maybe we do don't know, this is like 4, I guess, yeah. And one again. And just copy this.
This is like column, yeah? This one.
This maybe this is gonna be the gate. And then and this gate can be also bigger, like we can maybe scale it to something more. Yeah. And then maybe we will have a column, right? So we will say this is gonna be the column, and then what else? Like any other shapes, we will still. So we try to keep the ratio of building those objects in a way that always fits this voxel. So if we want to, like, let's say we want to put this column here, we will copy it, and then it's moving over the grid. I'm activating the grid in Rhino, so you have a better understanding for this. It's gonna always fit the grid and fit the placement, right? Because we kept it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes, I know.
So
Yeah,
when you have multiple objects that like they all share the same environment, and you want them to snap to each other, the easiest way is to basically deconstruct it into small voxels. And those small voxels should be at the end, like the dimensions of the grid itself, like of the grid cell. And then it's just gonna be easy to like snap it or do it. So yeah, that's basically what I would go for. And for scaling, scaling one object is not a big deal. It should be fine because we can have a relative relationship between the scale and the grid cell dimension. This is at least what I did in my software. But if you want to scale multiple objects and you want them to snap at the same time, then we need to define every single node on the mesh, or every single node on the object surface itself. So this is gonna be more like complicated, or let's say it's also gonna be like very computationally exhausting for the lens or for the computer. So I would always go to scale everything at once if you want, and try to keep this in relationship to the dimensions of the grid cell. That's at least what I tried to do, because I didn't want to really go into the hustle of doing it on my own. So we can also try today, we can try to maybe create the scale function and see how in the relationship to the grid cell dimensions, how this should work. Yeah. But
Okay,
you got what I mean, right?
Yes, I somehow understand that you would like to relate it to the grid, so not to the objects itself somehow. Yeah. So that's the difference. Okay.
Yeah. So while you are designing your objects, basically you have to keep this like certain grid dimension in order to have an easy snapping at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I think you have a good setup right now, right? So you have your shapes that you want to implement.
Yes.
Right? And you just need to like take care of the dimensions and like how it has to be designed in relationship to the grid. And then we can actually today try to do a test in the urban space itself. I don't know how can I like continue the Zoom session outside. Maybe I need to use the internet from my phone.
But yeah, decided, I mean, just because I'm only the one here, I mean, I don't really know how it's like for you, just because it's like the private session, or maybe it's better not to, how how to say it, my God, to make it so long. I mean, to make so much
Yeah.
effort to.
Oh, no. The time is yours today. You made the effort to be here and you made the effort to prepare. So
Mm,
I'm I'm here as long as it takes.
okay. I think I also did it somehow in grid. I mean, they have all the. It's not so easy to do some grid, I think, in
Yeah,
Blender.
yeah, I know.
But they were actually always like, I think they have the same but I mean they are now just the same high and the same
Wet.
width. Yes, but I don't know what yeah, I mean I cannot really measure it. I mean so that's why Rhino is better in this case. I think, yeah, that in Rhino is a little bit better. Yeah, you see, it's not so. I mean, it's 2 meters. Yeah. So I think they have all 2 meters and 2 meters. Yeah, 2 meters, 2 meters. This and this 2 meters, but this one is a little bit more. So yeah, but I understand. I don't know how it's better to do this. Maybe I just can go in Rhino, but it really didn't work so much time there.
Yeah, but I can also help you with this. If you maybe export it, I can check it on Rhino and we can just do it together.
Okay. Or you can, I mean, in Rhino, I think you can do it very quickly. Or I mean, such a simple shape, so maybe I don't need to, or I need to export it better for you, or is better just because it's just cube and this. I mean, what is better to export it or to do from the scratch?
Uh, I don't know. I would go for exporting it. Is it too much if you export it all together?
No, it's not too much.
Yeah.
I
You can just
will.
maybe upload it, like export it and upload it to the
Mhm.
Drive folder.
Okay, which you need Fabrics, yeah? Or what is better, or 3D, or X3D, or Fabrics, or Actile
Yeah, I think FBX is good. Yes.
Fabrics. Okay.
We have like one of really my closest friends here in the university. She's also from Russia, and one day she was how? And one day she was fighting with one of our friends, and she was telling him, "Yeah, you are stupid because you didn't change the colors to Smeek." And we were like, "What is Smeek?" And then we figured out that she meant we have to change it into CMYK. So it's the
Oh
same.
yeah, I have the same problem always. It's always Smic. I have no idea why it's not Rhino. Rhino Grasshopper, yeah, I
Yes.
can do it in Rhino Grasshopper. Oh my God. Okay, now I don't have
You
permission
don't
to
have
upload
permission,
to
right?
this, but I have another folder where you said you can upload it to
You can
this by
upload.
tomorrow,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Seda has her
Yes. You
project
can just
there.
upload it there.
Yeah. So yes, now there is this.
I see it. Yes.
Mm,
Is it in meters?
I think so. I think so. Yeah, meters.
Yes.
Oh, I remember in Bartlett it's called video game urbanism.
Ah, okay.
They have the whole chair for this. I mean, it's a really cool project.
Video game urbanism. Yeah,
They
yeah,
also have made a new book
yeah.
about video game urbanism, a really good book. They just published it like a few months ago, I think. And I think your university should buy it for your chair.
True. Yeah, like the professor I work with right now, he's like the head of the chair of contextual design, and
Design,
we
sorry, content.
contextual.
Ah, contextual. Okay.
Yeah, and he is also heavily interested in video game urbanism and how can we create like games for the urban spaces. He
Mm-hmm.
also saw like the city of Lancaster, I guess. They were doing like a similar experiment to video game urbanism.
Mm.
They designed the game and they created the vision of Lancaster City 2030, something like this, using the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we are also trying to push it for some of the cities. Like right now, we have two cities in Germany who
Mm-hmm.
wants to like include the software and try to use it for design of the design of the new vision of like planning. But we want to like reach out to more. So it's a really super nice reference actually what you shared.
Oh, okay, that's cool. And but what exactly they would like to do? I mean, what they want for which reasons? How they
They
want to use this software?
so basically they have how can I say it? Like an abandoned building from the World War II. And
Mm-hmm.
it was a really huge complex, like a lot of buildings around. And they want to like replan the space. So
Mm-hmm.
they want to engage the community and ask them if they wanna like what how do they think about it, what they wanna do.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some good agreement with them to use the software in order to like create some initial objects from those buildings. So we will use the old plans and create some voxels out of this, and then we will give
Mm-hmm.
it to the people so they can create new shapes and so on.
Okay. So it's a participative design,
Yes,
yeah.
participated design. Yes. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I will show this. So those are your objects. And what I would do is to start first with a bounding box for this, because I think this can be like our
Mm-hmm.
biggest element. Try to fit it. Yeah. Mhm.
This one on the okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this should work fine for this one. But maybe we need to have like a better width for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this is almost 20 centimeters. And this is 28. So 2 meters by 2 by 20. So I would say that we go for a grid cell that it's 0.2 meters, so 20 centimeters.
Okay, just
So for this one, maybe we need to scale it a little bit. So this one we scale it just to a meter to fit. And then um, T. Good. So this one is also fine. Mhm. It should be also at 2 meters. So I think I would just scale the whole thing.
mhm.
We still just want to first. So this is 2, and this should be 0.2. And this should be 2 meters, or like should we all have 2 meters for all the for all the shapes as a height?
Yeah,
I think
yes,
so.
why not? I think, yeah, it's okay. Or 1 meter, I don't know what's better. But 2 meters, yeah, you can go through, for example, when it's 2 meters.
But maybe mm, 1.6 maybe. Okay, so this we need to make it into 2 as well. It should be 0.2 or 0.4. Okay, so this one is also fine. That's good.
Mhm.
This is okay. So this shape is also okay. Here. And I would mm, maybe the easiest way for this is to just create a new column. Or what you think? Or no, I will scale. Do we want 0.2 or 0.4? Like, should it be double the size of the grid or only one cell?
I don't know. So
Okay.
maybe first of all one, and then to try to how it look like. I have no idea now. But no, 20 centimeters. It's maybe a little bit too small. Yeah, maybe 40 centimeters. It's okay.
Yeah.
Twice is better. Yeah.
Okay. And then I will just scale the height. Give it to 2. Okay. This one. 2. So we get this to 2 meters. This one. And then this is 2. So I guess we just change this to 0.2. Although to 0.4. Yeah. And this to 0.8. And then the last one, that's 0.4. Good. This is 2. And this is 2. Okay. So I think it's all fine now. If we want to, so now we need to just export it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we need to do, we will need to just take it to the 0 point. And export selected. I will create a new folder for you. And one thing that I always like to do is to like basically do this while I have the other shape to see if they actually fit or not. So this is also fitting, I would say. We'll export selected to folder. Should I call it a circle or?
Yeah.
Okay. And then let's try this one. So I think we might need actually double the size, right? Like, or at least to fit this part.
Yeah, we can maybe make it bigger or smaller, and then we can have it twice. Yeah, you understand? So the half of this. How long is it now? Yeah, something like this, but then it should be
Yeah, now it's
high.
1.6.
1 point. How much once more?
1.6.
1.6, yeah. Oh, yeah. To make it. Yeah, but yeah, it can. I don't know how it's better. Maybe, yeah, to do it 1 meter, then it will be 1 meter. It's like 1 meter is okay, but then it should be like little. No, the high should be also.
Yeah, smaller.
smaller.
Like this. Can be
Mm.
as well.
Yeah, but can we do 1 meter and 20, for example? It's also our grid, or
Yeah.
then 1 meter and 40. Yeah.
That's meter and 40.
1 meter and 40, yes. And the next one will be 1 meter and 60, yeah.
You want multiple ones?
No, I would like to make it a little bit more the high. Yeah, like this. This
Like
one is,
this? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And then report. Gate.
Yeah. Okay, arc. In Blender, I like that I can just that Unity that you don't need to import it and any
Yeah,
other.
yeah. I think I was too late to the Blender party, so I really have no clue how to use it, and I was just too
Not
lazy
so
to
hard.
learn.
It's not so hard. It's when you know this software. I mean, it just for 3D Max. I mean, it's very easy, but yeah, you cannot work like this there. I mean, I
Yeah,
also struggle with all these measures when for architecture. Measures are very important, but just other logic.
yeah, sure.
But
It's
I
more
think
speculative.
what you said.
I was gonna say that it's more speculative using Blender.
Mhm. Yes, but they have so much now. I mean, you can work with your Oculus inside of Blender in this modus. So I tried this modus, so you can just basically be inside of Blender and just do it around you. I mean, that's also great that now there are so. I mean, they are so quick and they change everything so fast. And the other software like Rhino, nothing changed for years. I mean,
Yeah. I was working with a company and they were developing like some Rhino, I don't know, some Rhino applications. And we were like regularly having meetings with the people from Rhino. And it's so bad how many like bugs they know that they have and they just don't want to fix it.
mm-hmm. So yes, and the community is also much broader than for Rhino and for
Then for
other
Rhino.
software. Yeah, so many people work there, and animations, and I made the videos with this, and so just you can do so much with the graphic inside, and the render is also very good there. So yeah, but the measurements, there are some plugins for it to cut plugin, but I didn't try it to be honest. So,
Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe this one needs to be also bigger, right?
Once more.
Like a meter as well.
Yeah, it can be.
Maybe this would be a wall. Okay, great. And
Nice. Okay.
now we import it to Unity. Maybe I should just create a new folder. And let's see what's so maybe I just need to place it. Okay. And this should work. I will activate my Oculus. We can try. I mean, the office is too small, I guess. The object will be huge, but we will just try if it works. Mhm. Yes. Now you can see it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, but like as I told you, the office is too small, so
Yeah, but I think it's really nice. I mean, this 1 meter, I think it's a very good scale, so you can.
there's a column here.
It's not so big, not so small. I think it's
Yes.
ideal. Oh, this one is a little bit too big. This one is good, I think.
Yes. This one is also a little bit big, but I mean, it's meant to be big, right?
Yeah, it's meant to be that you can create. I mean, there is like a square and nothing around you, and you can just create something around you. So
I want to also try it. Yeah, it snaps really well actually.
mm-hmm.
So it works. Oh,
But if you would like to, yeah, like this, is it working? Good. Yeah. Okay, but I think from design part, of course, it should be. I mean, not so, it wasn't a very quick decision, but if to design these elements a little bit more mm, in more interesting ways, so I think it can be
yeah.
can work.
No, but I really like it. It's actually really nice.
Yeah, then.
We can close this here. Now the the office is just interesting mix of objects. Yeah, super nice.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
But I like the idea of virtual architecture, like a real architecture. I mean, that it's like architecture and not just some small objects around you, just because the many AR projects that I have seen, they are always very small. I mean, that you can actually
Yeah.
some, and they are not about the real space around you.
Yes.
That's what I also think about in my master thesis. Like the library can be a real library, not just books around you or something like this. And the cinema can be a really big cinema. And yeah, things like this.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I think like at some point I also want to try like more architectural elements on the facades.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
because like basically you can reach up to I guess 15 meters if you use the Oculus.
Mm-hmm.
So something that I also really try to do is to create those kind of voxelization on the like from the facade from one facade to another. This I
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
or
cool.
yeah, or like in one of the churches here, they have a very nice playground, and I try to create some objects from the facade of the church to the playground and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So something like this would be also very, very cool. Okay.
Okay, then it works. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what about scale? Is it possible to make this setting for scale on the grid? I mean that the scale will be changed with the grid
Yeah,
of
yeah.
object.
Yes, we can. I think one thing I also thought about, maybe we can have some rotations, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
that's also,
maybe 90 degrees rotations.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is also something that we can do, doing like using the thumbstick. I already have a code that we can use. And
Mm-hmm.
for the scale, I will need to think about it. Like I will need to, it's gonna be the same setup
Mm-hmm.
of using the thumbstick, but I think I will need to access some parts of the geometries itself, and I will need to
Mm.
basically change the hierarchy. So right now it works without creating prefabs, but I think I will need to create prefabs if I want to access the geometry itself and change its
Okay.
scale. Yeah, you know what I mean?
But maybe it's a little bit too complicated for now, I think. There.
No. I think it's fine. We will just need to create. So
Okay.
first, we will need to create prefabs. Second,
Mhm.
I will need to see which parameter actually I need to access in order to change it like dynamically with the thumbstick. But it's a good challenge for today. Yeah. Okay. I can. already start with the rotations. Do you want to do something in the meantime?
I can also look how you do it, this. I mean, just to understand where you go inside of the code and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But if I need to do something, it's okay. I mean,
I think it would be super nice if we have actually a nice documentation, like the one you already have for Miro, but like just documentation for your concept, what you want to achieve with this.
oh, okay.
Uh, maybe you
I
can try
understand.
also, yeah, maybe you can try also some like voxelization with the Wasp. Uh, yeah, so it would be super nice. Maybe we give
Okay.
ourselves and like 40, 45 minutes for this.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, good. I will work on the code and you can work on the documentation.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if everything works, I will try to think about how can we still be in the Zoom session and you can see the Oculus and I can
Mm-hmm.
do a test outside because I think it would be super, super nice to create like a virtual environment.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Okay.
So we will meet in 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. Let's say 12:45.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, nice. Then,
And I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the amazing work, for the ideas, for
oh,
creating
thank you
some.
so much. Of course, I'm also grateful that you are here. But yeah, that's strange. Nobody comes, but I think it's yeah.
And I mean, you have my university email if you have any questions later, if you
Okay,
like to
thank you.
something.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that maybe the problem was that on the first, I actually understand why I didn't understand anything yesterday. Not anything, but it was a little bit too difficult. But when I look at the first session, I understand that you explain all the stuff in Unity on the first session. And I
Yeah.
think maybe it was a mistake in this educational process, just because you gave them all the material in the first lesson, actually.
Mhm.
And the next session, they are like, I can go, but I need to work then, and I will not receive much more new information about it. So I think that was this aspect.
Mhm.
And maybe for when you will make this workshop next time, the first lesson, for example, only for Grasshopper, and the second session only for Unity, that the people know, okay, I need to go to another session just because it. So when I also make the educational courses, but they are not free, I mean in Russia, and for example, IE in architecture, stuff like this, and we always have like 1.5 hour, it's always the lection. So the new material, and other 1.5 hour, it's like workshop. But all the days you understand, okay, there will be new stuff on the first part. So
Mhm.
maybe you just can divide your materials like this, that people will go to another lesson to yeah, get this material.
Yeah, that's true. I think it was just my point. So first, like first
Mhm.
of all, it's my first time to do online teaching. I do courses here in the university,
Mhm.
but I mean more or less they are coming every single like lecture. So I didn't face this before. And usually when I think about it, I always try to give like all the technical setup in the first 1 or 2 lectures, so we have time to develop the project until the end.
Mhm.
And that
Mhm.
was just my theory. I thought, okay, I will do like every single thing in the first lecture. So they have a basic setup, and then we can use the second day to like develop the projects. But yeah, looks like I need to rethink this part.
Yeah, university, and when you get credits for it, it's a little bit other thing. I mean,
Mhm.
for and just online workshop for free and all
Yeah, yeah.
thing. Um, but But okay, we will see each other in 40 minutes.
Yes.
We'll prepare documentation. Good.
Great. I can also show you what I did.
Yeah, one moment. I just need to take my other computer. No one here.
So I started with rotations and um,
Okay, now. Okay, rotations. Yeah.
yeah. So I started by the rotations, and in order to have, let's say, a fixed point to start defining the rotations, I defined this, as I told you, like this parameter, this container, and I called it the current rotation. So I'm gonna like store all the changed rotations inside this. And I'm just using the typical rotation as a start. This is somehow some kind of like a geometry, not geometry type, but like a data type inside Unity that you can use for rotations. And then I'm just using the identity, which means the default rotation. This is the starting point. And I'm using the starting point. Huh?
Yeah. This is the start. So you mean there is the starting point, and then when the object appear, it
Yeah.
has the container inside. I mean, or where it's does it mean? I mean, where, or each object has this null yeah position, and the first you rotate it from this position of
Yes.
the okay.
Yeah. Maybe is it better if I actually showed you how it works right
Yeah.
now? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna run. Yeah, okay. Maybe takes a bit of time. Yeah. So this is now the object, and I will try to pick one that is like easier to see. Yeah, okay. And then when I'm just using the thumbstick, it's rotating, and as you see, it's rotating on its zero. Yeah? Yeah, great. So this is basically how it works. You can also, if you press up and down, you can also rotate it this way. And if I also press up, it's gonna scale it up. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes. So it's gonna scale it up, and if I press down from the right controller, it's gonna scale it down. So this is basically how it works right now. And if I want to place it, and I want to place the next one, the grid should be synchronized, yes. So I also have the same grid. And if I change the thing, now it's too big for sure, because I'm just scaling everything at once. But you see what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So basically, like when we are trying to code those kind of functions, we need a reference point. We need a point that we will start from.
Mm-hmm.
That's just basically what I did here, and I'm using it in the instantiation as well here to just say, yeah, just instantiate this prefab, like as we did it yesterday. One thing I also did is to have a cooldown method for the rotation, exactly the same like what we did for the trigger and for the uh, what was this? So we did placement yesterday. Yeah, and we also did the iteration of the objects. So we also had a cooldown method for both. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking if the object has been rotated or not. If yes, then the timer is gonna start. If not, then the timer is just gonna be 0. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
um, then, like as I showed you yesterday, I go over all the devices and I create a new list for those devices. And I say, okay, I want the left controller. So check for the characteristic left, and please check for the controller and then put it inside devices.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's actually like found, then that's amazing. We can start. If it's valid, please start. And what I'm basically checking here, I'm checking if the thumbstick is like the value of the thumbstick is going up or not. If it's going up, then please do the rotation by 90 degrees in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's going down, then please do minus 90 degrees. And I do it in the x-axis and the y-axis. That's how it works. And then I just assign the new rotation to current rotation, which we have defined at the beginning. That's basically how I did the rotation. For scaling, I have to look for the right controller. And I am saying also, please check if the right controller is valid, then please start. And then I'm also looking for the thumbstick value. If it's up, please just start to go over the list of all the objects that we have and raise the scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the scale is raised, please also scale the current preview that we are seeing right now and the grid size. All at once in one function. So they are all working in the same speed of scaling. And then if it's less, like if it's decreasing, then please do the same, but to scale it down. Yeah, and then that's basically what I did. At the beginning, I had to also define some values, like the scale speed, so you can scale like faster or slower if you want. Just change this parameter here. And I'm also looking for the original scale. So I'm checking if the original scale was 0.5 or 0.75, like what we had. And then, like as I showed you, I will just check for the condition. If it's going up, then please scale up. If it's going down, then please scale it down. Yeah, clear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, I think.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will also share the script with you today.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, as I showed you, it works quite fine. And as you see, I also opened those parameters so you can basically change it if you want. If you want to change the speed, scale it up, scale it down, however you want. And I'm also trying to keep the grid size, the initial one, as a reference point. So maybe one thing that would be nice to have it is to basically reset the scale at some point. If you feel like that this is really huge, then we need to find a point to like just scale it down back again and scale everything together. Maybe this can be something to enhance the code or like make it better, or the user experience in general. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say also that this should work for all the other objects. Like this should work also for the Lego game that we did yesterday. This should work for the octahedrons. It should work the same way.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I think the only thing, like if you don't have any more improvements, the only thing we can actually do is like a documentation video for how the program is working. And for that, I'm not sure if I can just use the Quest link. I think I will need to build the APK itself. And it's quite easy. You go to build settings, remove the scene, and then just press open, add an open scene. And you can, like, it's up to you. Personally, I like to just do a build and then like install it using the MetaQuest, the developer hub, because then I am more sure about what I'm installing and what I'm not, basically, and where can I find it later. But you can just hit also build and run, and it's gonna install it on the Quest. You can also check here for the device which is connected and choose that you want only this device to install the software on. Yeah, and then this should be ready to use. So I guess for your documentation, that's the only thing we need to do. Plus, I want to also have maybe a video for the octahedrons. I did a prototype today, this morning, and it was working quite well. Maybe I will implement it in the new code that we have with scaling and with rotations, and give it like a small transparent, like a nice transparent material, and maybe also have a documentation video for this.
Okay, great.
Good.
So what we're doing now then?
I think up to you. If you have any more improvements that we can look at, we can try to do it together. If not, then I will just work on the building the application, setting up the documentation, and see like how can I manage the video process.
Okay, good. So I can maybe some text. No, as said, for documentation. I think we have or anything else?
Yeah, for me that was already the aim of the workshop, that we have somehow an augmented reality application that we can aggregate objects inside. And I think we have 2 outcomes so far, which is not
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So for me, I'm good. If you have any more things that you want to implement, we can for sure work on this. If not, then I will just continue with building the application, take a video outside, maybe try to do this on the facade of the university for the octahedrons, and for you, I would try to design it like as a public space somehow.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so how we will communicate then? Or
I can, so whatever videos I will get, I will upload it to the drive.
yes,
So you will find it by the end of the day. And maybe just upload the documentation in the same folder, like as wait, we have
for example, now this picture, yes, and anything else then? I mean, I will have two pictures maybe with one how it can be used and another one with just these objects. And do you need text from me, or text is important or not? So,
yeah, would be nice if you have like a small conceptual text for how this can progress, or what is it
okay.
representing.
Okay, nice. Then I just will upload it in the folder where the all other things are now.
Yes,
Okay.
I can also copy the link for you.
I think I have, I mean, this link is enough where you just download the.
And then maybe I can also change the order later. Yeah, okay. And if I did any changes in the drive, maybe I can just send it to you as an email and say, yeah, I did this and that.
Yes.
Good.
But I will just, there is a folder now day one, but we can just make the general folder from this, yeah?
Yeah, we have a general folder. I can also, wait, I can also do one with your name, right? Then just share it with you. Okay, you can edit. Okay.
Okay.
So I will also upload the video to this one then.
Okay, good.
And the one with the day one, I would just rename it maybe to I would just rename it to Jida. Jida. Yeah. Good. Great.
Okay, then thank you so much for this workshop. It was very nice.
I'm also really honored to meet you. So proud of what you did, really. And you opened up a lot of ideas in my mind. I'm also very grateful to your participation.
That's great. That's nice. Maybe if I will have some questions or something like this, I can just write you. So about my master thesis stuff. Okay, thank you. Then bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you. Bye-bye.